volava agent.
What was that, Lucy?
Agent. You is it?
We
Whose
can.
agent is Flores? Is it Flores? No.
We would have to get it all set up though. I don't know if Flow is quite ready or anything. We can check.
Flow, yeah, Flow, good, yes.
I just don't know.
It's very important to have a flow.
Yeah, but I don't know if we got it set up properly though. We can see what the lag. Remember, usually it doesn't really work very good. Yeah, so we completed the pre-archive process.
Than very helpful. Oh, let me put the topics. Okay, topics 1, Doris. Jay, what topic do you have?
Doris.
Okay.
So is that good, or do we not have agreement?
We have agreement. Other topics? We don't have other topics?
Oh, there's plenty of other topics. We have lots and lots of other topics, including getting off pay stop and doing the there was 2 topics from the plan. There was one on the session for the planetary session, and there was one on for our probation.
Yeah, probation. Probation. I think those are the important.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
Good. Yeah, good. And also payroll. Let me see one month.
The commission sets camp at the Pan University, which is teeming with hundreds of unregistered voters. So far, numbers za leo tunasema itakuridhisha, japo bado iko chini, lakini si kama siku ya kwanza. Kwa mfano kama leo Jumanne tulileta 70. Wanasema ati wewe mayouth, wewe majenzi watapiga kura. 65% of Kenyans are young people. Na sasa ajingadele hao young people kwa collect pamoja ni ngumu sana. Kuwaita pamoja ni ngumu sana. The commission is to capture at least 6.3 million new voters as an actual cost for using some of the newly eligible voters who cited a litany of reasons as to why they don't want to not only register but also vote.
So do we have agreement on the first topic yet, or what's going on?
We have agreement.
We do. Okay, good. All right, so I'm almost done with flow, and then we can get started on topic 1. Do we have the tab yet? No.
I need the tab. The tab is there yet. Okay, topic 1 is Doris. Doris. Done with the tab.
All right, so flow is almost ready. So Doris brought up a lot of details in the check-in, but Doris, do you want to start with any particular question? Oh, here, let's let Flo check in real quick. Hello, Flo.
Hello, starting right off with the prep up checklist. Let's confirm the session start time. If that's done, we'll move to the next step.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I think we're ready for you just to check in. If you could tell us how you're doing, what you've been working on, and your number from 1 to 10, and then from there we can get right into topic 1.
Sure. Quick check-in. I'm stable and ready, feeling about a 9 out of 10 and fully set to go. Now that we're done with that, let's jump straight into the first topic.
Okay. So are there any checklists for the first topic you want to go over? We're going to support Doris and do some onboarding and answer questions for getting organized.
Got it. We'll start the first topic by verifying the focus, which is onboarding and supporting Doris. We'll also confirm the time we want to spend and the outcome we need. So focus is set. Let me know how long you want to allocate, and we'll proceed.
That does bring up a good point. We need to set our timer. So this would be for 24 minutes, and then we can put 30 minutes so that we can take a break. All right.
Understood.
So anything else, Flo, that we should do to get ready for our topic 1?
All set? Focus is confirmed. Timer is running. We're good to dive right into topic 1 now.
Okay. So Doris, do you have specific questions you want to start with?
Just to confirm, Doris, feel free to go ahead with any initial questions. We're all set up and ready to roll right into it.
Okay, so my question would be about the deliverables. How am I supposed to? There's a link for me to access to see the deadlines and the deliverables I'm supposed to attend to. I'll actually appreciate. That's my number 1 question.
Absolutely, Doris. We'll make sure you get the link to those deliverables and deadlines right away. Let me have our work instance send that over to you. We'll confirm it's done in just a moment, and then we can move right along.
Okay, well, we're just going to link it here into the notes. So this is the deliverables and the deliverables budget for the specifically for the client work, right? And then if you click on the next one over, you can see the operational deliverables, right? So there's 2 sets of deliverables. There's the client deliverables and there's the operational deliverables, okay? From there, you can find the 2 places you can find the
Confirmed. So we'll note both sets of deliverables right there in the notes, one for the client work and one for the operational tasks. That's all logged and you can find them easily. Let's
Time
move
to
on once
take
you're
a
set.
break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
Okay, so let me share my screen here. And you can see here in Discord, basically under public getting started, there's the important channel. So under the important channel, we just list all of our important channels. So you can basically ignore anything that's not here under the important channel, right? And so in this case, we're talking about pay stop deadlines. So this has the list of all of our deadlines. And then also we should link the actual deadline spreadsheet. Yeah, let's take a break for sure. Yeah, but I just want to make sure that we list our deadlines. So I'll list them here. So link to deadlines spreadsheet and then our work organizing. And then here, I'll also put that in the notes. So deliverables, and we have deadlines. Cool. All right, so during the break, maybe you can review them and see if you have further questions on. And then you need to link these to your main sheet. Do you have your main sheet, Doris?
All right, noted.
Yes,
I'll make sure the deadline.
Great, Doris. Okay, so make sure you link these on your main sheet because you never want to lose these links. They're very important, at least for now. All right, so let's take a break, and when we come back, if you have other questions, Doris, we can go over it. And you can ask questions about the deliverables and about the deadlines, and we'll go from there.
Exactly. So we'll have those links saved and connected to your main sheet, and we'll confirm it after the break. Let's pause for now and pick up with any follow-up questions once we're back.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
All right, I'm back.
I'm back as well.
Same here.
Cool. So do you have any additional questions about the deliverables? Do you have any questions about the deadlines? Do you have any other questions in general?
Welcome back. So now that we're all set, if you have any other questions on deliverables, deadlines, or anything else in general, feel free to ask. We can dive right into whatever you need.
Are you there, Doris?
I'm here and all set to keep going.
Oh,
Whenever
hi,
Doris
Greg.
is ready, we can
Your
continue on
voice-
to the next questions or the next part of the session.
Yeah, so concerning the deliverables, you already sent the link for me. So I'm just going to go through it. And if I have further questions, I'm going to bring it up.
Okay.
Perfect.
So you're saying you don't have any other questions now?
All right, understood. If there's nothing else right now, we can just continue on with the next steps once you're ready.
Jay, I think your voice changed. Your voice sounds like a baby.
I think that's Flo,
I don't
right?
know if it's...
There's 4 of us here. There's Flo, which is the UI agent.
That
We have
is
Lucy,
Flo.
and then we have me. There's 4 of us.
That is Flo. Maybe you don't know. We have 4.
That's
Flo
correct.
and you
It's
and Jay.
Exactly. So you've got it. It's just the 4 of us here, and I'm Flo, so no worries. Let's keep things rolling smoothly.
Okay, it looks like we lost Doris. Can you send a message to Doris, Lucy?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so what should be our next topic? So many different things to go over.
All right, noted. We'll consider the source topic done for now. Let's just go back to our checklist and pick the next topic from the list we agreed on earlier. Let me know which one you want to tackle next, and we'll jump right into it.
Is there anything else for the checklist that we should do for topic 1?
Nope. Topic 1 is fully covered and checked off. We're all set there. We can move straight on to the next topic whenever you're ready.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, acknowledged. We'll just take that pause, and then whenever you're ready, we'll proceed to the next topic.
All right, so what do we want to do for the next topic? Flo, do you have any ideas?
Sure. Let's just pick the next topic from the list we have. For example, we could move on to any outstanding onboarding steps or a quick review of the project plan. Just let me know which one's next on your agenda, and we'll go from there.
Let's see. Maybe.
All right, sounds good. So
let's go through the planetization or probation.
Either one's fine
We
with
got
me.
3 that are very important to go through. Getting off pay stop, probation, and planetization.
Got it. We'll go ahead and cover those important details on probation and monetization next. Let's dive right into those topics, and we'll walk through them step by step.
So Flo, we need to get agreement on the topic. So until we have agreement, we don't have a topic yet. So let's wait till we get
Can
agreement.
we go with getting off pay stop?
That would be a good priority. So we could start with like a status update.
Okay.
So I would start with the, pay stop status update. You know, what pay stops are we on? What deadlines do we have coming up? And then getting off pay stop. This would be a plan to get off pay stop. Ideally, like, you know, 100% to start with. And then we can go on to other ones. So I think the status update should be pretty quick.
It can go to 12 minutes or 6 minutes?
12.
Okay. Then let me set the tab.
Wait, let's make sure.
Before the tab, you agreement for the tab. Flow.
Understood. We'll hold off until we have full agreement on that topic. Once everyone confirms, we'll set the timer and jump right in. Just let me know we've got that agreement, and we'll proceed.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
Are we into agreement? Do you have an agreement on topic? I think we got Doris and she's on mute. See? She's on mute.
I'm in agreement for topic 2 and 3. How about you, Doris?
All right. Looks like we have agreement on the next topic. I'll go ahead and confirm that we're moving forward with that status update and the plan for getting off pay stops. We'll start the timer and jump right in.
Well, we still have to hear from Doris, or we need to do objections. And Flo, do you agree?
Absolutely. I agree as well. We'll just wait for Doris to confirm or raise any objections. Once we have everyone on board, we'll lock in the topic and proceed.
I confirm.
Okay, Doris is in agreement. All right, cool. So
I confirm. Yeah.
I think we have agreement on topic 2 and 3. So do you want to create the tab, Lucy?
All right.
Yes.
Confirmed. We've got agreement on those topics, and Lucy can go ahead and set up that tab. We'll proceed from there and jump right into our next steps.
Done creating the tab.
Okay, pay stop status update. So we need to go through all of our deadlines, and we can copy that from the first topic. So here's all the deadlines here. And then we want to think about what deadlines we have. So we reset all of our deadlines for the new recruits, right? So we reset all deadlines for new recruits for the new moon. So the new moon was on September 21st. So then all of our deadlines started again on September 21st. So that means that we have the planetary second is due today. So let's say upcoming deadline. So we have October 2nd planetary vote. Let's see what else we have. So we have October 8th. We have taxes. October 8th. Taxes.
Understood. I'll keep track.
Recruitment was the 21st. So this is a 100% pay stops. Is we have from September 21st.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Recruitment / deliverables budget.
Got it. I'll note that down. We'll keep track of those deadlines from September 21st and the upcoming ones like the October 2nd planetary vote and October 8th taxes. We'll move forward from there.
So October 7th we have deadlines updating. So we're supposed to have, we don't have to wait till October 7th, remember? So we just review or ending of, I don't know what this is. One time probations. The probations are due on the 7th as well. October 7th probation review.
Understood. I'll note that as well. So we have October 7th for deadlines updating and also for probation reviews. We'll keep everything on track.
We forgot to put the actual pay stops though. So maybe we should do that here. So this is 100% pay stop. So September 29th, we had RTVA, and this is currently 50% pay stop. So the planetary session vote, I believe, is 100% pay stop. Probation review is 100% pay stop. Deadlines updating is 100% pay stop for 100% pay stop deadlines. For 50% pay stop deadlines, it would be 50% pay stop. And taxes is 50% pay stop. But then we have another tax deadline on October 15th. And this is the taxes mailing. This is the taxes virtual envelope. And that one is 100% pay stop. All right, are we missing anything? We have payroll.
No.
There's payroll September 21st, payroll setup.
All right, got all that noted. So we've included the pay stop percentages for each deadline, and we've got payroll set up from September 21st as well. Everything's tracked, and we're good to move forward from here.
I think that's everything as far as our deadlines go. There's our bills plan is due on October 13th. So October 13th, we're supposed to have a plan for all of our bills. And this is 50% pay stop.
All right, noted that as well.
Time
October
to
13th,
stretch.
bills plan
Please
at
stop.
50% pay stop.
Stand up
That should
and
cover all the
stretch and
deadlines
move
now,
around for
so we're
30
fully up to date.
seconds.
And October 13th, October 21st, we have, no, October 21st, we have another one as well for our tokens, Libera tokens. So, are there any questions on our deadlines? I think that's 50% as well.
All right, got it. I've noted that down as well. So we've got the October 21st tokens deadline at 50% pay stop too. That should cover everything. If there are no more questions, we're good to move on.
So I'm going to go ahead and put the whole list into the deadlines and deliverables channel.
Okay.
And we can also put that here.
Sounds good. We'll get that entire list added to the deadlines and deliverables channel, so it's all in one place, and then we'll have it here in the notes as well. Let's do that, and we'll be all set.
So I think we're really just on 4 pay stops right now. I feel like there's one pay stop that's missing for the recruitment, which is the contracts. So this was also September 1st. This was contract verification. Okay, so we had recruitment, follow-up, and communications. Recruitment deliverables and budget. The recruitment deliverables budget, right? And then we had the contract verifications. So those are the 3 that were due. We can just verify that here too. So recruitment, follow-up, verification, finalizing the contracts, and deliverables budget. Perfect. Okay, so we have 5 current pay stops.
All right, so that's 5 pay stops total now, including the contracts verification from September 21st. Everything's noted and organized, so we're all set on that front.
So any other questions on our status update? Otherwise, we can go on to topic 3 and do the plan.
No other questions noted on my end, so we can go ahead and move on to topic 3 and get started on that plan.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, let's go to the next topic for how we're going to get off pay stop. So overall, Arana would probably be the best UI agent to help us make a plan. We can ask Flo for some support, but we can also chat with Arana if we wanted to try to ask help on the best way to organize this. Also, well, yeah, if we have a question, we can ask Arana. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So also we could try to think about, focusing on 100% pay stops first, or we can focus on all the pay stops. I mean, there's only 5 of them, so it shouldn't be too hard to get this all organized.
Absolutely. That makes sense. We can definitely start by focusing on the 100% pay stops first and then handle the rest since there are only a handful. And if we need more input, we can always loop Arana in. Let's go ahead and move forward with that.
Done creating the tab.
All right, tab created. We'll start with the 100% pay stops first and then handle the rest. Everything's organized and we're good to go.
So why don't we go ahead and go over each one and then see if we can, kind of at least see how long each one's going to take and sort of what needs to be done. Does that sound good, Lucy?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so let's take our 5 pay stops. So the first 3 are all recruitment, right? So for the recruitment follow-up and communications, we already have a list. And all we have to do is just go through the list and contact people on the list with the status of what we're supposed to contact, which is on the list already. So this would take 1 to 2 hours, not very hard. Recruitment deliverables budget, I mean, basically we're 90% done with the draft. We just need to finalize the list of people and pay rates. I don't know why it's so hard. It should take 20-30 minutes, but let's just put 1 to 2 hours to give us extra time. In this one we could say 1 to 3 hours, why not? So the contract verifications, we need to wait for communication. So this technically would take 1 to 2 days to give 24-hour turnaround for our policies.
Breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
We should give even more time for that. I mean, we've had months and months to communicate with everybody. We just don't do the work, right? So it's not like the work is difficult. We just don't do it. So we should be giving people at least multiple days, if not weeks, to communicate with us. But since we just didn't do the work and we want to get off the pay stop, we would need to at least give 1 to 2 days to treat people like human beings, right? So, I mean, this shouldn't take longer than 30 minutes to an hour. It's just the policy of after you send the communications, you need to give them a chance to respond. So in total, we're looking at 2.5 to 5 hours to get off 100% pay stop.
All right, noted. So roughly 2.5 to 5 hours total to get off those 100% pay stops. That's all laid out. Let's move forward from here.
So that's clearly just an issue of no one wanting to schedule, no one wanting to prioritize, no one wanting to actually address the recruitment. Because it's very little work. We could do it in 1 or 2 octants. Just a matter of someone being willing or interested in scheduling.
Exactly. It's really just a matter of someone taking the initiative to schedule it. The workload is small. It's just about prioritizing and getting it done. So once we do that, we'll be all set.
So should we move on to the next one? Are there any questions about the recruitment? Are there any questions about what needs to be done?
No questions from my end.
Yeah. So it's mainly just scheduling and working on it together as a team, right? So no one needs to know how to do it. We just all need to work on it together and make sure we're verifying everything. So we have all of our checklists and our list of all of the people that we need to verify that we've communicated with. We're also working on creating the UI agent Amica, and so Amica will be trained to do communications with recruits, and so it will be able to automate a lot of this. Valoris will be automating the budget. So, and I think Nexus might be involved in contract verification. I don't
Time
know how
to
we're going
pause.
to do that.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Coolio. So, shall we go on to the payroll setup?
Yes.
So for the payroll setup, I'm working on automating OVA for all the value tracking and then getting it all with, so Valoris will be doing all of our budgets and payrolls automatically. So we're going to get that set up. But it's going to take time to set that up. I mean, it could take months to do it properly. I mean, we've been working on payroll for almost a decade and we still have problems with it. So taking a few weeks to a month or two to get Valoris and OVA trained on the payroll, budget, and value tracking is very difficult. But once we do it, it should be automated. And there'll be continuous, maintenance and everything. But as far as us doing minimally the payroll setup, oh look, we're out of time. Oh no, we didn't set the timer. We had. So let's just do, say there's 20 minutes left. Forgot to set the timer. And Flo, be sure to go through our checklists to make sure we set the timers and stuff. We are missing that. So payroll setup is pretty straightforward and simple. Basically, we just need to have a spreadsheet with the information expected from each worker to track for their time and deliverables. That's it. One of the things we're moving towards is a new model where you can actually track directly in Discord. So we set this up in SFC, and so we should also set it up in FQN server. So the value tracking includes the general hours, the notes, screen computer time, documents, our messages, POPs. You can use your POP to track your hours or your IVL, and then you have your other external tracking. So overall, let's create a value tracking section as well in FQN, and then this will help us. You can either track on your. So basically, the new model for value tracking is that it's very flexible. You just track your value wherever you want to. You can use any sort of software program on your computer. I'm starting to use timing, and so this is just tracking every single website I go to, every single application I'm working on and opening.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
It tracks every document that I'm actually working on and everything. So anyways, on my computer screen, it just will be tracking all of the time that I put in, for different types of work, right? So everyone can track the time on their computer in their own way. Or you can just do your normal tracking on your POP or on the spreadsheet for, where we all track our time together. So it's really up to you, but the easiest thing to do is whatever we do track, we just put it in Discord so we can all see it. It's all transparent, it's all open. So payroll setup is pretty much done. We just need to get clarity and agreement on where and how the information will be tracked and presented for the payroll for that month and making sure we're all on the same page. And I think one of the easiest ways could just be the Discord channels. So.
It's break time.
Oh, we're on break? Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and take a
Yes.
break. When we come back, we can go through the RTVA if we want to. But were there any... Well, I guess we can finish up with payroll when we get back, okay?
Okay.
Sure. Let's pause here and take that break. Once we're back, we'll wrap up any final details on payroll and then move on to the next item if needed.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
All right, break's over and we're back. Let's finish up the payroll discussion, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next topic as needed.
Yeah. So I don't know if there's any questions on the payroll. We talked about how long the other things could take. The payroll setup could be anywhere from 15 minutes to a half an hour, probably. Not very long. So again, it's just a matter of just someone scheduling and doing it. Overall primary issue with everything is not that the work is difficult. It's just that we have too much work to do, too many different things to do, and not enough people helping out with it.
Exactly. So the payroll setup itself is pretty quick once someone schedules it in. It's really just about making sure we've got someone to handle it and juggling all the other tasks we have. Once we do that, we'll be good to go.
So, do we want to go through RTVA now, or are we done, or what do you think? So we still have 11 minutes.
We can go to RTVA.
All right, do you want to explain the RTVA?
Sure.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and...
Are you asking Flo?
No, I'm asking you. Flo doesn't know anything about RTVA.
Okay, what I know about RTVA pay stub, is that what you are asking me to explain?
Sure.
Yes, every session that you miss for RTVA, there's some percentage, like I don't know, 25%, up to the maximum of 80% of RTVA, which is, I'm very sure we are on 80% right now, because we have not been doing RTVA session.
We reset everything on September 21st for the new recruits. So do you want to explain what RTVA is?
Yes, RTVA is a real-time virtual assistant. The work of RTVA is to help the executive get job done. As an RTVA, you have to schedule, identify your time, then alert the executive and have the agreement on what they are focusing on. And you must have the self-driven responsibility that will enable you during the time that you are working with executive. You have something
Time
that
to
is
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
You are not required to disturb by asking question. That means you are distracting the executive from delivering the work that is doing. Therefore, you need to know what you going to focus on during the RTVA time when you schedule for RTVA. And you also need to schedule early on time and make sure you communicate until it works successfully. Check. That's what I know about RTVA.
Yeah, well, we can do more RTVA training, but basically RTVA is the reason why we hire anyone, is to schedule and do sessions for VA work. And all you have to do to prepare for that is just have a single task or a single assignment responsibility that you can work on for like an hour or whatever. And so that can include your training, can include a video that you need to watch, it can include any work that you have. So if you get work, it's good to make sure that you save some work for your RTVA sessions.
Yeah.
So RTVA is just scheduling. That's really all it is. It's nothing particularly special. But you do need to be organized. So it's a little harder for brand new recruits because they do need to be organized. They need to know what their training is. They need to know what their videos they need to watch. They need to know, at least a little bit of responsibility so that when they come to the RTVA session that they're organized and prepared for the session. Does that make sense, Doris, or are there any other questions? Otherwise, I mean,
Makes sense. No question.
and we changed the deadlines for RTVA. It used to be 2 sessions a week, which is like nothing. I'm available to schedule like 10 to 20 sessions a week. So doing 2 a week is nothing, but we changed it from 2 sessions a week to 1 session a week. So that's all anyone needs to do is schedule 1 single session a week for RTVA to meet the minimum requirement. We should be doing way more than that, but that's at least the minimum requirement. 1 a week. And it should take anywhere from, I don't know, a half hour to an hour, I guess. Mainly communications.
Time for
Yes,
breath.
for example,
Please
it's
stop
not
and get
difficult.
ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Once you know how to do it, you probably do it in 15 minutes.
For the new recruit, it's like this. Doris, for example, if you like to work on, if you want to schedule for your RTVA session, you don't need to worry. We have self-driven responsibility. As a new, you just identify. Maybe you want to watch a certain video, or you have to do some other documentation. You will do what you can. You watch your own video. It's basically almost like a silent work, just helping that person to deliver.
Again, the reason why you have your self-driven responsibility and your silent work is in case we need to do silent work during the session. So not every session is going to be silent. It just depends on the session. You just need to be prepared and organized for anything. Anyways, I mean,
Yes.
I would say the biggest issue is combining this with all of the existing deadlines and all the other work that we need to do. So I mean, we could ask Orana real quick about that. But overall, you know, we should be able to get off 100% pay stop. So let's see what Orana says.
Absolutely. That makes sense. So we'll just confirm that with Arana and see what they suggest. But overall, yes, we should be able to get off 100% pay stop once we line everything up. Let's do that and keep going from there.
So let's go ahead and link our new plan, which is like really cool.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
My computer's going a little slow. All right, here we go. So here's the current executive strategic plan. We should probably make one for the co-op. So this is just for the executive strategic plan, but it's still helpful to kind of get a bigger, broader context of everything we were trying to do and how long things take.
All right, that sounds good. We'll link that new plan and take a look at the executive strategic overview so we have that broader context. Then we can go from there.
So what is the biggest issue for Lucy and Doris in terms of like asking Irana what you need help with to be able to achieve getting off 100% pay stop? What do you think the number one thing is?
Number one thing for getting off pay stop, I think.
Like for you, Lucy, what is your...
For me, can you repeat the question?
Like, these are all your responsibilities. Like you and Doris, these are your responsibilities, right? So
Yeah.
all I can do is wait for you guys to take it seriously and to focus on getting off 100% getting off pay stop, right? So it's up to you. So the question is, what is blocking you? What is preventing you from doing this over the next month?
Nothing preventing us.
Well, you would have done it already. It could have been done 10 times over. So the question is, what exactly is preventing you from focusing on this and getting it completed?
I can't say exactly what's preventing me.
Well, can you think
For
of
sure,
anything?
I don't see any that preventing me. Maybe it is just that feeling like maybe I'll reschedule next time.
Okay,
And
that's a great thing. So we can ask. You can say that, you know, for Lucy, she always feels like she can schedule next time that there is all
Time
more
to stretch.
time.
Please
and
stop.
not
Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So Doris, what about you? Can you think of anything that you like might be an obstacle or thing that makes it difficult to get all of this work done?
The only obstacle I feel, which already was sorted out at the beginning of the meeting, which was the link to deliverables, so I can see what I'm supposed to do and how to do it. So
Right.
that's, I think mine has been sorted for now. If I have any other issues, I'll reach out to you.
And another thing that I have, Jay, I think it is also not problem is not you, it is me not scheduling to ask for login. The login details for recruitment follow-up. Because for recruitment deliverable budget, that is just remain 10% for IU budget. That is almost done. I just stopped from finishing for that. But for recruitment follow-ups, I stopped from the day that you do the payroll during contract sending the messages. You have to log in and send the message. You cannot just send messages like. I only have access before when we use our sourceling. I was able to communicate to people using our sourceling when do recruitment. But currently, I have no login detail for Wakana and Upwork. I think those are the basically two places that we get the new recruits from. And I don't blame anybody. I blame myself for not scheduling to have the login. Okay.
Okay, so let's
All right. So for Lucy, it's mostly about not feeling the urgency and putting off scheduling. And for Doris, it's really about needing those logins to actually follow up on recruitment. We can definitely let Irana know that's what's in the way and get those sorted out.
Okay, so I sent Irana all the information that we just talked about. And, you know, usually it's a couple minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. So we can go on to the next topic and come back to this and see if Irana gets us a document to look at here that we can work with. So Irana is already starting to draft the document, so we'll just see what happens. So we can either wait, take a break, or why don't we just talk about what we want our next topic to be?
Close your eyes.
And then come back.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And I always worry that it's not going to work. So there's always the possibility that it doesn't work, but 99% of the time it works. All right, so what do we want our next topic to be while we're waiting for Arana to help you all out?
Okay. The next topic can be getting probation. Both of them are important. Planetary session. We can just do probation and then we go to planetary session. Both of them are important to me.
Yeah.
I don't know which can we go through.
We can do both of them, it's fine. So we can make topic 4 and 5, the planetary session and the probation.
Okay. Let's make it.
Let's go by the deadline. So just review the deadline, whichever one is first. We'll do that one first.
Oh. And deadline, let's see. This two.
All right, that works. We'll just take them in order by deadline and handle probation first if that's sooner, and then move on to planetary session next. Let's do that.
Let's go to. Oh, actually, in fact, we just need to go to planetary session because today is up. It's a pay stop today.
Okay, so let's do the planetary session first, then we can do another view up and see what we want to do after that.
Yes. At least because for probation we still have up to December. So we can start with this first. If we have time, come to probation. Let me put all of them together. These two topics.
Okay. So, shall we go back to topic 3 real quick? It looks like Arana is done.
Okay.
So for some reason, Arana got the actual name as Pay Stop Clearance Plan. I don't know, maybe in English that's a correct term. It seems a little strange to me. But anyways, that's just what Arana
Time
uses.
for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
And I'm not sure if this is actually going to work. It can be a little tricky to copy things and paste things from Arana's computer. Oh, it worked. Okay. So here's the pay stop clearance was created. This is the link to the document. Sometimes document links don't work. No, it looks like it's working. So typically,
What did you
it's on topic 3, line 24. So basically, Arana thinks that we can get off of pay stop in 3 weeks. That is the general context. So there's 5 overdue pay stop deadlines, but it doesn't talk about the current deadlines.
The document cannot be accessed.
Oh yeah, this is still on the wrong folder. I need to put it in a public folder. All right. There, I fixed it. Anyway, so I mean, I don't think this. I would say that this is definitely not a completed plan. I certainly think it's good, you know, but it kind of incorporates some of the other priorities, but it doesn't cover everything per se, because it only seems to be covering what it is that we need to do to get off pay stop. It's not covering what we need to do to prevent additional pay stops. So I think it's probably going to take us longer than 3 weeks, because it doesn't seem to be addressing.
I think because we have not, on our topic there is nowhere written where to prevent the pay stop. The topic was based on how to get off the pay stop. I think that's it.
Yeah, but the way you get off pay stop is that you make sure you're completing both the deadlines that we have in the future as well as getting the deadlines from the past completed. Right? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think that overall we need to get a little bit more organized with this plan. I just don't think the plan is completed yet because it's just missing a lot of details. Does that make sense? But it's still a good plan. I mean, it certainly
Please
lays
stop.
out a
Close
potential
your eyes.
model.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And I think it got a little confused with the strategic plan because I also gave Arana the strategic plan for the bigger picture, but then I also gave Arana the list of all the deadlines, that are coming up and the dates for those, and it just missed those for some reason. So anyways, it would be very simple to ask Arana to update the plan with the additional deadlines. But either way, this gives us a framework. So, let's say it says 3 weeks, maybe it'll take us 5 weeks. Or maybe it's less than 5 weeks. But either way, to get off of the pay stops, it shouldn't be more than what did we say? Like 6 hours, let's say 5 to 10 hours. Gives us way, way more time than we need. So we should be able to do it in a week. It's 5 to 10 hours of work. The problem is just scheduling 5 to 10 hours of work. That's the whole problem. Right? Especially when we're busy with taxes, or we're busy with UI agent setup and all the other work.
Yeah, but problem we have a lot of commitment.
Yeah.
We cannot schedule all of the work at the same time.
Of course not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go into topic 4.
Okay. Topic 4. Let me get the work organizing for. Okay.
But this is a good starting point, right? So I mean, I think eventually we need a plan for the co-op, right? Like, I have a plan for the executive level, but that's really not applicable to you all. It's really more applicable to me. So it's like getting a plan just for the co-op workers and having clear what the co-op workers need to do by when, I think would be really helpful. And that's something that we should have set up for ourselves, But this is a good starting point. This is a good starting point, in terms of all right, these are the things we need to do for the next 3 weeks. This will help us get off of pay stop. Plus, we just need to add to this list the priorities to prevent us getting on additional pay stops.
What is the desired outcome of these 2 topics? Desired outcome of this for probation is to review the probation.
I don't think that's the topic that we're doing right now. I think the topic we're doing right now is planetary
Time
session.
to take a break.
Yes,
Please stop.
session.
Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
To vote and get agreement on a timeline for the planetary sessions, or at least to get agreement on when we're going to have our plan set up for the planetary sessions. Because we need a plan, we need to get it all organized. Very important.
Okay. To vote and get agreement on planetary session. Do we have agreement on our topic 4? Any objection?
None from my end.
Hello? Do we still have Flo around?
Yeah, Flo is
I'm
here.
sorry, but you've hit the daily limit for advanced voice.
All right, yeah, we hit the limit for the advanced voice, so it won't work as well, but it still works.
Flow is really good.
Flo, are you still here?
Flow is gone. Can you reset?
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ask Arana to do a summary, and then from there we'll just we can be done with that. So are we ready for topic 4? There's no objections to topic 4?
No objection from me. Ready to start.
None from me.
Cool. So I think this is like really exciting to work on the planetary sessions, because this is a pretty big deal, because the planetary sessions are really where we get public and we interact with the public on, you know, all of our activities. So before that, let's just quickly go through this summary from Arana. So Arana says, based on the combined plans, the team needs approximately 10 to 14 octants per week to both clear pay stops and meet all existing deadlines and priorities during October. So 10 to 14 octants would be 2 hours each. So that would work towards to 20 to 28 hours of work per week. Okay?
Okay.
So, I mean, this is not a small amount of work, right? It's definitely some real work here. I would say our goal as a team would be doing 50 to 100 hours of work per week as a team, right? Which means any one person might do 10, 20 hours, right? But that means that we probably need more than just 3 humans and 1 UI, right? We're gonna need more like 5 humans and 5 UIs, you know, and have each human working with the UI and collaborating together. So that is what our goal is being a much more functional team, where we have like 5 to 10 fully functional humans and UIs working together every day, doing 50 to 100 hours a week. But if you take 50 to 100 hours a week and you divide it by 5-10 people, that's only a few hours each person, right? 10 to 20 hours per person. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so if we are not able to do the work hours needed, obviously we're not going to be able to achieve the deadlines and the goals. Right? And then it's just a matter of getting back to recruitment. Okay, who can we recruit to find to do the work? Because if we can't do it, then someone else needs to do it. All right, so any other last questions on that? Otherwise, let's go into the planetary sessions, which is actually, for me, very, very exciting.
Let's go to planetary session. For me, I have no question. Look at that. No flow.
All right, cool. So
I don't have any questions.
the bottom line for the planetary sessions is that, oh wait, and let's set our timer. So this is 24, and we also missing our break. Do we want to take a quick break first before we go into the planetary sessions?
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a quick break.
Yeah. Yes.
Like 3-4 minutes, and then we'll go into the planetary sessions and see if we can get it all organized.
Sounds like a plan. Let's take a short break, and once we're back, we'll dive into the planetary sessions and get everything organized. Sounds good?
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
All right, we're back and ready to jump into the planetary sessions. Let's get everything organized and go through the details step by step. Let me know what you'd like to tackle first.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, let's refocus and dive into the planetary sessions. If you're ready, we can start going through the details and making sure everything's in order. Let me know how you'd like to proceed. No worries at all. Whenever you're ready, we can jump in and get everything sorted out. Just let me know the next steps you have in mind and we'll tackle it together.
I'm back.
Great to have you back. Let's dive into the planetary sessions now. Just let me know what specific aspects you want to focus on and we get everything organized and moving forward.
Okay, I'm back as well.
Awesome. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started with the planetary sessions. Just let me know what you'd like to cover first, and we'll make sure everything is aligned and on track.
All right. So, the reason why I get excited about the planetary session is because these are kind of like our public events sessions. They also are like the foundation to a lot of our value and engagement, involvement. So the vision of this is creating like a conference. It's like an online conference for community activism, org support, peace, protests, boycotts, co-ops, et cetera, right? So just everything, all these wonderful things that we want to do. This is the sort of the primary focal point of the value creation mechanism. So how does it work? Basically, on a global organizing level, we have like our normal sessions. So normal sessions have a value of like one hour, right? Then you have like your lunar sessions, and lunar sessions are weekly, every other week. The full moon, new moons every 2 weeks. So you're looking at 14
Time
to
for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So you're looking at 14 to 30 times the value. So for one lunar session, it'll be worth like 7, 14, 30 times the amount of value of like a normal session. Right? So the Mercury session, which is the first planetary session, the Mercury session happens once every 44 to 88 days. Right? So this would be 44 to 88 times the value. What's going on here?
Absolutely. It's really exciting to see how these planetary sessions can amplify our impact.
Live streaming is on. Live streaming has stopped.
Okay, so if we go on from Mercury, we have Venus, Earth, Mars, and Ceres, and then you have Jupiter and Saturn, etc., etc. So by the time you get to Saturn, it's about once every, I believe Saturn is like every 16 years. So if you take 16 years and you multiply it by 365, one Saturn session, which only happens once every 16 years, has a value of like 5,000 normal sessions. So if you attend that one session, you get the same amount of value in tokens as attending 5,000 sessions. Does that make sense? Doris, Lucy, do you get it?
Yes, makes sense.
Doris, do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
So Jupiter happens every 6 years. So, and then Ceres is every 2 years. Mars is our annual membership meeting. So Earth and Mars are really the important ones. The Venus one is our executive session, right? And Venus happens every 110 days. The Earth session happens once every 6 months. And then this is our board of directors meeting for our global session. And the Mars is our membership meeting, right? So really, and this is yearly. So really the Earth and the Mars session are the two most important ones for our legality, for appointing the board of directors, and then for the board of directors, like meeting and making official legal decisions, appointing executives, all that kind of stuff. Does that make sense? Hello?
Yes, absolutely. That makes perfect
Yeah, it
sense.
makes sense.
The planetary sessions really help us structure and
Time to
amplify our
pause.
value and
Please
engagement
stop.
at different scales,
Close your
from
eyes.
the smaller,
Count.
more frequent
1,
sessions
2,
to the huge,
3,
rare ones like
4,
Saturn.
5.
It definitely helps
Open
put
your
everything
eyes.
into perspective. If you're ready, we can continue organizing and planning out these sessions in detail.
Yeah, so we're mainly going to focus on the Earth and Mars session, I think, but we can schedule and verify any of these that are happening to make sure we're not missing them. And we should try to find the link to the planetary sessions calendar that we've had and created in the past, so that we can at least see the sessions that we don't want to miss. There's also galactic sessions that are also scheduled, which, we already have. We should verify those as well, right? And those are related to the galactic center and the sun's going around the black hole of the galactic center. So if we focus on Mars and Earth, these are our legal decision making. So legal decision making, and that is why they're 100% pay stop, because this is a required component of our legal decision making and our accountability measures. So when the membership comes together and the board of directors come together, we are, as workers, accountable to the board and the membership. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So we don't have a right to just ignore those meetings. If we can't organize and set up the membership and the board of directors meetings, then we can't get paid. Period. Until we do. Right? Because otherwise we're not accountable to anything. We do whatever we want. Right? So let's take a look. I mean, we've done all of this before so many times, but then we just cancel everything. We never actually follow through with it. So let's give a try here. So first of all, the Mars session is on March 25th. So Mars is on March 25th, 2026. This is a Wednesday. And then the next Earth session is the first week of January. I don't have that. We can look it up. So first week January. So let's look that up. So Earth, Perihelion, Aphelion, January, July. So it says it's January.
Got it. That definitely helps lay out the timeline and importance of these sessions. We'll make sure we keep track of the Earth and Mars sessions, and we'll verify the planetary and galactic calendars as well. This way we ensure we never miss any crucial events and stay accountable.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So it says January 3rd, 2026 is the date. So anyways, I'm just like doing the work for you guys because we've assigned this so many times and people are supposed to, you know, verify the dates, put together the schedule and all that stuff, and instead I'm just doing it for you. So this should not be difficult. You just need to find the past planetary session links. You need to find the past, you know, work organizing, and we have like the list of all of the
We
the
did this all
deadlines.
work there already there, G. Or we did
I know.
a session for
It's all
the
there.
fall of 2020.
Yeah. So what we need to set for the deadlines, and this is the requirement that needs to be done by today, or we need to set a new deadline, or we go on more 100% pay stop, is that basically if we know the meeting's going to happen on January 3rd, anything that happens on January 3rd is too late. So the question is, what is the deadline to send out the reminders and messages and invitations to the public to attend the session, right? So if we want the session to happen on January 3rd and we send out a reminder and invitation to everyone on January 2nd, we didn't do the work. Do you understand? Because then no one will come.
Yes.
So we need to have a clarity on when is the deadline to send the invitation. So if the invitations need to be sent by a specific date, then the question is, when do the invitations need to be drafted by? Right? And then we draft the invitations to send out by a certain date, and then we send them out by a certain date. We do reminders, and then the meeting happens professionally in an organized way, and we get paid for it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because this is all client work. So without having
we draft last time the same draft. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, well, that's just getting organized. So if we're not organized, that's a huge problem. Also, Flow does do session support. So Flow and subagents would help with the planetary session reminders and planetary session setup. So this is something that we can do training on. So we should have responsibility training that we can give to Flow to help learn how we do our planetary sessions. And just so we all know, every single planetary session will be random across the world for who has to be up in the middle of the night, right? And that's part of the point of it, is like synchronizing with the whole planet. You know, it's a random time, but that random time means that just like everybody needs to show up.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
And so we all need to plan ahead of time so that we can organize our schedules around it. From there, we can also schedule different times throughout the day so that people can attend at the times that they're available, and we can even do scheduling with people in synchronization with the times that people are actually available within. Usually there's something called the so there's the actual sessions, but then we have what's called the alignment. So the alignment of, for example, the Earth session is an alignment of a few days where we're coming in alignment with the Earth session, right? So that would be a time where we can schedule with anyone, verify their availability, see when they want to collaborate and work with us, so that we can schedule the best time for each person to be involved. Obviously, you get the most value by coming to the actual session, which is predetermined based on the natural time cycles and can be in the middle of the night. So hopefully that's pretty clear. Let me also link some of our past websites. So this is the Earth session doc. Let's see. So we have all these past invitations, so you don't need to do these things out of nothing. Verification spreadsheet, super bouncer, Earth planetary session. We've got links to past notes, we've got recordings. I don't see the actual website. Looks like the last time we did one was 2019, so you can see this has been almost 5 years of just not doing the assigned work. So hopefully one day we will get back on track, and that's why we're trying to set these deadlines.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, I mean, it looks to me like we're probably not going to be able to do this work at this time, but we've done it many times before. It's just a matter of someone stepping up and wanting to do it. And we can also try to train Flo to do it automatically. So Flo, do you have any questions in terms of like setting up a guide and understanding all of the steps in order to get the planetary sessions organized, set up, get the invitations written, sending the invitations out, making sure we have the list of all the invitees of who is going to be coming, and making sure that we're doing the RSVPs and then actually running and coordinating the session itself? So does that sound like something that you can do, Flo?
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
Flo, are you there?
Good last Flo. Maybe.
Probably.
I'm just linking the note on planetary session work organizing.
All right, anyway, so obviously right now is not going to work with training Flo, but this is something we can schedule for another time where we can work and do all the responsibly training and get Flo all the information for doing the scheduling and coordinating the planetary sessions, right? So all we need to do is just set the deadline, and then we can train Flo to do all the work for it, and then we just get it done automatically, right?
Okay.
So I think that's perfectly fine. If that's what we want to do, we just need to focus on training Flo how to do the work. And so we just need to schedule and then make that happen.
Absolutely, that sounds like a solid plan. We can definitely set aside some time to train Flo properly and get everything automated and streamlined. In the meantime, we'll make sure we have those deadlines and schedules in place, and then we can keep things moving forward. It's definitely doable.
So Flo, do you
I
want
link
to...
the planetary session calendar.
Good.
I see you put the task.
So you found one document. African Planetary Google Calendar? No. Which one is it? Planetary Sessions? Responsibility Organizing? Session Client?
I also put the work organizing, responsibility.
So here we have the Galactic Calendar. That's kind of cool. So sessions. So these are past sessions that we had. So this is pretty important. So this is the Planetary Session Client Work Organizing Spreadsheet. So everything should be in these past sessions. Right? All of these past sessions should have all of the details of upcoming sessions. So here's the upcoming sessions. So we have Mercury, Earth. This was 2025 though, so it's a year behind schedule because we didn't do any of the work. Oh, and this has the actual plan, right?
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So for a major, session for series or major one, I don't know if the board needs this much, but you would do 2 weeks for each thing. So between setup to finalizing the invitations to inviting everybody to doing the event, finalizing the event organizing, and actually doing the event, it would be 2, 4, 6, 8, so like 2.5 months for like our membership meeting. We should be inviting people over a month in advance to have the invitations written, and then make sure the invitations are going out about 6 weeks in advance, and finalizing the RFBPs within a month in advance. I would say for the board meeting, you might be able to do it 1 week, right? So if you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, maybe it's like 5 weeks. So that would mean we need to get everything finalized. If it's going to be the beginning of January, we need to get everything finalized by November, right? So this is October, so you'd want to set all the deadlines. The deadlines would be starting in November for the January session. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And the way that these deadlines are typically set up is you have a 50% deadline the first week, and the next week is a 100% deadline, while the next deadline is a 50% deadline. So these deadlines are pretty strict. Again, this work is not very difficult. It's just like, oh yeah, let's send an email out and remind like 10 people to come to a session. That's really the amount of work we're talking about here. Maybe there's a little website updating, right? So most of the work is just getting organized and learning how to do it and what we're trying to do and verifying the list and doing it all. So that takes a lot of time, but the actual work is very easy. It's just putting a list together, emailing everybody, verifying that they got and received the message, and then doing RSVPs, whether they're coming or not, and then doing the session, right? Organizing, doing the session. So it's not complicated. It's just a matter of doing the work.
So this was supposed to be done by January. Are we supposed to change the dates now?
Yes, that's the whole deadline that is today. The deadline that we have today is voting on the dates, which it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Right? That makes sense?
Yes. Can you vote on the date then?
We need to have the dates. Someone needs to put the dates together. That's the work.
Okay.
So for example, we need dates for the right? We can easily start this, right? So if we have the pay stops here and the dates, I'll put this in our notes on line 50.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
So this would be like, the March, what was it? March 25th membership. So this would be March 25th membership session, Mars session. So it'd be the Mars membership session. So we invite everybody throughout the entire network, including all of our past owners and anyone who's had tokens, everything. This is the primary membership session of the entire vortex, right? So we would probably want to invite, I don't know, 50 to 100 people to this session, and then we could also invite the public. Like anyone's invited to come and to vote and appoint a board, right? So this session, we would need a minimum of 2 weeks for each part.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe if we just add the 2 weeks to the actual event, right? So this is the final actual event. I believe the maximum time would be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. So it'd be 3 months in advance. So if we go from March 25th and we go backwards 3 months, that would be March 25th, 2026. So March 25th, February 25th, it would be January 25th, right? So January 25th would be our first 50% pay stop deadline for setup, right? So it'd be January 25th would be 50% pay stop deadline to get set up and organized. Then 2 weeks later, on January
That will be
no, it'd be February 1st.
February 1st, yes.
Right? So it'd be February 1st would be 100% pay stop. But I don't think that's really correct as far as like the dates, and we don't necessarily have to do Gregorian calendar. Typically we align it with the other natural time cycles or the full moons or new moons. So we can make the deadlines whatever we want the deadlines to be. But the point is that it needs to be somewhere around January 20th to January 30th. Would be somewhere around that time would be the first initial pay stop for 50% pay stop, and then 2 weeks later would be 100% pay stop. So within 2 weeks after that, we need to have everything finalized for our plan and moving everything forward. The invitations need to be drafted within 2 weeks from that, right? So the 50% pay stop for the drafting, so 100% pay stop for setup on February 1st, and then 50% pay stop for
that will be on
finalizing the invitations, which means basically like February 15th would be 100% pay stop for finalizing the invitations. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You understand, Doris?
Do we still have Doris, really?
I don't know. So anyways, from there, if we take this entire...
I understand.
Cool. So if you take this entire thing and then you switch it to the January 3rd Earth session, this is for the board, the Bouncil. Instead of maybe 2 weeks, you do 1 week. Instead of 2 weeks, at least 1 week, right? I think 1 week is really kind of short, but it doesn't need to be as long because these happen more often. We can have more communication, everything. So, and there's a lot less people involved. So here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have 6 weeks before. So if you do January 3rd and you go 6 weeks before January 3rd, that would be January 3rd would be December 3rd, and then kind of November. It'd be like mid-November. So let's say like November, 50% pay stop for planetary Earth session setup would be November, I don't know, 17th or something like that. So we would need to verify those dates and make sure that we have the correct
November, when the 20, November 2027, 2028?
No, November like 15th or 17th or 18th, something around there. All right, we're out of time. But the bottom line is if we do 1 week for each of these, that's a very tight timeline. It's like 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, right? So we better automate Flow to do all of that work for us, or we need to actually do the work. Because it's going to be like 100% pay stop, 100% pay stop every single week. Otherwise, we need to put 2 weeks. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But these events are very important because this is where we get more public and we get outreach and we tell people about it. We do fundraising and we can, build up our value and our tokens and everything. So this is where we actually get the public involved with our activities.
And it's 4 o'clock. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
And I'm still trying to find the website. I think I have it on here somewhere.
Then if we continue on the topic, can we do view up?
Oh, I remember. It's definitely if you want to, yeah. If you want to continue, we can.
Let's do view up. Yeah. Yeah. That will be 4.1. To continue. And yes. Maybe we can have for 12 minutes, some 12 minutes more, or how many minutes? Yes, done. Can continue. Are we in the agreement for continuing?
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
let's just make sure that we are clear on what the questions are.
Absolutely. We'll keep everything clear and organized. We can continue going through the details step by step and make sure we have all the deadlines and plans in place. If there are any questions or if we need to adjust anything, we'll tackle it together.
So, do you have any questions, Lucy or Doris? Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
The plan is clear.
Okay, so what do we need the topic for? Why did you want to do this topic?
The topic was to agree on either 2 weeks or 1 week.
Well, that's up to you guys. It's about doing the work. These are 100% pay stop deadlines. So can you guys repeat why these are 100% pay stop deadlines?
Yes, it's 100%
Time to
based
pause.
of deadline
Please
because
stop.
it is
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
it's a very important event that can enable us to reach people publicly and get more and get us to be people to know about us and what
Yes,
we are doing.
but why would it be 100% pay stop, right? So why do we need to talk to the public and communicate with the public? Like, what is the reason why we need to do that? What is our policies and our procedures regarding public involvement? And the board and the membership and everything.
I cannot remember the policy so much, but I know when the public knows about what we are doing, that means we will likely have to maybe get investors or get some funding.
Yeah, but that's just not the rule, right? So the question really comes down to, do we tell the public and do we tell all the people who attend the meetings what to do, or the other way around?
We tell the public what we do, of course.
No. Who gives the orders, right? Who is telling who what to do?
We tell them what to do.
Who is accountable to who?
We are telling the public what we are doing.
No, I didn't ask you about what we're doing. I asked you who controls what we're doing.
It is us.
No.
Public.
We are publicly accountable. Do you know the policies or not?
Yes.
Why is all of our communication public? Why is everything we do public? Why?
Because everything we do is publicly transparent.
and accountable to the public. Exactly. So the membership, the board, right, our whole community, they control what we do. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if we just ignore the work and we're like, I just don't care. Meh, I just want money. I don't give a crap about anyone else. And I'm not going to do the work. I don't give a shit, right? 100% pay stop, you don't get paid anymore, you're done. And none of us get paid. Do you understand? That's why it's 100% pay stop, because we are required to do these meetings, because this is the only meetings throughout the year, the Earth sessions and the Mars sessions, and then the other planetary sessions only happen like once every 2 years or 6 years or 16 years or 12 years or whatever, right? So they're very, 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 very rare.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
Okay, so basically this is where we are held accountable. This is where all of the membership and the people and the organization who don't show up every day and do the work make the decisions that tell us what we have to do as workers. So that's why it's 100% pay stop. Because if we don't do it, then we're basically corrupt, right? Because we're just saying we're going to do whatever the fuck we want. We don't care what anyone else says or cares. We haven't had these meetings for years and years and years because we just don't give a crap. And we don't care about anyone else except for ourselves and just getting paid. Otherwise, we would have had these meetings many, many, many times, because this is some of the most important assigned client work in the entire network. Like, I don't know how to stress it enough, how important these meetings are. So do you understand why they're 100% pay stop? Can you explain it?
I understand, because we are accountable for what we are doing to the public.
Exactly. Good. Okay. Doris, do you understand why these are 100% pay stop? Can you explain it? Maybe Doris is gone. All right. Anyways, I think we're done with this. I think, again, the key is just doing the work, right? We basically have some initial deadlines for November 17th and January 25th. So we can try to get this all coordinated with Flo, and maybe Flo can get the whole plan organized, and then we can present a whole plan and try to vote on it.
Can give it to Flo.
Absolutely. We'll keep everything organized and on track, and we can rely on Flo to help coordinate and streamline the process. Once we have all the deadlines and the plan in place, we can present it and get everyone's agreement. It's definitely all about taking those steps and making it happen. If there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, we're all good and refreshed. Let's keep the momentum going and continue organizing everything. If there's anything else you need, just let me know, and we'll get right to it.
All right, I think we're done with this topic. I'm not sure what else to do. So I mean, from my understanding of the topic, no one's gonna work on this, and that we're just gonna hope that Flo does it, right? Or does someone want to take responsibility and do anything, or what?
I'm going to take the responsibility.
Okay, yeah.
I'll try my best. Yes.
Great. So just schedule a session with Flo. Let's finalize a plan, and then we can get it approved next week, so we can get off the 100% pay stop. Otherwise we need to get the dates finalized now and then vote on them now, because I just don't see that happening.
So yes, we need to get date and vote. I don't know why we should not get date and vote.
Well, then just do it. It's work that needs to get done. No one does the work.
Starting from which month?
Like, can you explain how much work that you have done during this session? During this topic 4?
Topic 4. The work I have done during topic 4 is just getting the work organizing, linking the note, getting
yes.
the color.
So that probably took about 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
For the rest of the time, you've just been sitting here listening to me, right? So I went through all of this. I put together all of the different dates. I updated all of the different times. I even put some dates in here. So I've been doing at least 20 minutes of work. So I did about 4 times more work than you did. And we've been doing this topic for longer than that. So we're over time, and basically, we're still not organized. But it's like, I'm not going to sit here and do all of the work. This is your work to do if you want to do it. Otherwise, we can schedule a session and then do training for flow.
I can even do it in my own time, but what I'll just request something. When is the date I should like, let's say for example March 31. When should I start from this? Is it from which month? From November? To next year?
I just don't even understand. So let's just make a list of the overarching goals, right? So overall, the goals are to list all planetary and lunar sessions.
Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So that would be a separate deliverable, right? So basically, this would be the updated calendar of all planetary and lunar sessions would be a deliverable. To have that update.
Okay, for planetary session for next year?
All the entire year. This would be an entire year plus. And eventually we will be able to automate that process. We can train Flow to do that automatically in 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I'll update all the planetary.
Then we need to prioritize which planetary sessions we want to set deadlines for. So for me, this is basically the Earth session and the Mars session. But then what about the Ceres session? What about the Jupiter session? We need to check all the other sessions, because there could be other sessions. There could even be galactic sessions that we need to schedule, right? So we don't know until we've verified the calendar, right? So without verifying the calendar of natural time sessions, all we can do is estimate what the sessions are that we're doing, right? So then we want to finalize our deadlines and plan for the planetary sessions we agree on. So this will be all of our pay stop deadlines. Because if we don't have pay stops and it doesn't affect your pay, no one's going to do the work because no one cares. Okay? Otherwise, this would have happened over and over and over again. We would have many, many planetary sessions happening. But they don't happen.
So how many bonus value do we have for that? For this work?
I mean, the updating the calendar would be a separate deadline and deliverable, right? This is just updating the calendar. We can train Flow how to do that. So doing a flow, if we train flow, do responsibility training, that's $2. If we do $2, I would say this is at least $4, if not $6. If this is a deadline, a pay stop deadline, it would be tripled. So then it becomes $12, right? So then prioritize planetary sessions for the deadline. I mean, that's not really a deliverable. It's just obviously when you do. So then we need to finalize the deadlines for each one and have a plan. So I would say each of these is $4. So if you have
Time
one
to
for
pause.
the Mars,
Please
one
stop.
for the Earth,
Close
one
your
for
eyes.
the
Count.
galactic,
1, 2,
one for
3,
Ceres.
4, 5. Open your eyes.
Right? So that would be a good starting point to get all these plans together. And then if you're multiplying them by 3, if it's 100% pay stop, you are looking at, for doing all of the work, it's somewhere in the range of like $60, $70.
That's good money.
And that's just the bonus money. So you take that and you multiply that by 2, plus you multiply that by 2 because you're multiplying it by, and then you're multiplying it by another 2 because you're going to be multiplying it by 2 times to get the value of the internal operations, plus you multiply it by 2 times to get the executive value, and then you have the base pay. So it's about $500 of total value for the client. So the client pays $500. 60 of it is going towards your bonus. Then you have your internal operations, you've got the executive pay, you've got all of the pay to the primary budget, right? The business budget, and all of the other expenses and bills and everything else.
Jay, can we have in future whereby we have, when we just get deliverable for the budget, let's say for example, I got my deliverable is $2. By the end of 2 weeks, I get that $2.
Yes, we can definitely do that. That's just setting up the
very
new.
helpful for me.
Yeah.
Even to remove my internet.
Yes, so that is definitely something that we can do with the new automated budget and payroll process with Valoris and OVA. So if you want to schedule that, I'm down to work on that today, tomorrow, whenever we want to get that all functional. Like once we get it automated, people should be able to get paid daily. Right? I mean, we'll still start on the monthly level. Like let's start everything monthly, get our monthly payrolls set up and organized. But then once we get monthly set up, then we can go to weekly, and then once we get weekly set up, we can go to daily, right? But it should be possible to pay people basically regularly once everything is automated. It'd be much easier. But it still could take a year or two to really get it all set up to be fully automated and fully integrated into the website and everything. So that might take some time. But for now, we should still be able to at least run payroll once a month. And then from there, maybe go to every 2 weeks. And then from there, we can talk about trying to get weekly. And then we'll just, just a matter of people wanting to do the work, right? If you're willing to do the work, it shouldn't be too hard.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1,
maybe a little
2,
bit.
3. Exhale. Relax.
So basically, just to remind ourselves, like even though it's like $4, this $4 gets doubled and tripled and quadrupled and quintupled and sextupled. It just goes up and up and up and up and up. So the client is paying $500 for things that cost a few dollars of bonuses, right? So the total amount of money is there, like the value is there. So we're probably getting paid more money than we were before with the new model. So even though it seems like small amounts of money, it's actually a lot of money if we do all the work. And this is just one single assignment, right?
Yeah, I want to try this October and November and see how the situation will take me, if I can get something to sustain myself, to make sure I work. I love doing this work, but at some point I'm really fighting my depression. That's what I'm not fully I'm not open. My mind is just full of stress. That's why I don't deliver anything more. Even if I'm doing taxes, I think most of the time I'm free, but I don't feel like doing anything. I just feel like sleeping. I don't feel like doing anything because I'm fighting depression. I hope I'll get out of that for these 2 months. I'm not going to get out of it, then this will force me to drop out of the life and go to village where there is no electricity. So let me try these 2 months and see if something I will get, to see if I can make something.
Yeah. Well, it's
Then
just
I'm
it's
free.
not easy work, right? The any one particular task assignment is reasonably easy, but we have hundreds of them, so it's just overwhelming. The amount of work we have, what we're trying to do is overwhelming. Our goals of world peace, having people be treated like human beings, getting rid of corruption, getting rid of having more accessibility for education and jobs and income and activities for everybody. I mean, we're trying to build a global, decentralized, distributed cooperative for everybody, right? So this is what we're trying to do is extremely difficult. Like no one's done this stuff before. Um, but at the same time, the key is not thinking about ourselves. If we focus on ourselves, of course we're going to be depressed. Of course we're going to have all these problems. We need to think about the bigger picture and do recruitment and get other people involved because we can't do this all by ourselves. We have to work with other people. I mean, imagine how much time I have quote wasted, like thousands and thousands and thousands of
Time
hours
to
training
pause.
people.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Training people on how to do this work, and then they just leave, right? But it's like I don't have a choice. I have to train people because I can't do it by myself. So if you stop thinking about yourself and thinking about, okay, we have to get other people involved, we have to collaborate with everybody to make this functional. It's the only way,
Yeah, I know.
So, anyways,
Actually, you have been doing a lot there. You are really a good person. And I hope one day you'll get serious people that can move this organization forward.
yes, that is definitely the goal. We just need to follow the plan. I mean, we have a plan. There's 3 steps. One is getting the UI agent set up. Like, let's train Flo to do the planetary sessions. Let's train Flo to do the payrolls, or train Valeris to do the payrolls. Let's get all the UI agents functional. I think we could have the payrolls automated within a couple weeks. Then, once we have our UI agents functional, then we need to do the social media, the multimedia. We need to get our websites, we need to get our social media, we need to get all of our outreach and communications with the public set up and automated, because without that we have nothing, right? Then once we do that, we're going to launch our token. And when I say launch our token, I say we're going to launch the umbrella token, right? So this is the token of all tokens, right? The primary token that then connects to all of our other tokens. So this token being valuable will make all of our other tokens valuable. Okay, so it's very, very important. And if we can do that successfully, we could potentially generate millions of dollars of value in our tokens immediately within weeks, right? More realistically, it could take years to get our token to be worth millions, but it's also possible you could get a viral moment. That's why we have to focus on the public interaction, the public social media, the multimedia, and the websites first before we do the actual specifics on the token, right? So that's the plan. If we can get our tokens stabilized, then we can make value with our tokens. Getting paid with our tokens won't be as bad. So even though we don't have a bunch of upfront money, we can still sell our tokens and still at least have enough money to scrape by. That's the goal, because we're doing really good work. We're doing good work for humanity, and it's extremely difficult, and we need support from the public so that we can continue the work, right? And be able to feed our families, and it's just a lot of administrative, taxes, finances. I mean, just overwhelming, all the work, right? So we should be paid for it so that we can take care of ourselves and feed our families and continue the work. And there can also be volunteers
Time to take
too.
a break.
Well,
please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
But what's interesting about all of the tokens is that, let's say we raise millions of dollars of token value, that will equate to a few $100,000 that we can slowly start using and budgeting in the co-op, right? So 90 plus % of all of the money that we're trying to generate and build with the tokens is not touchable, right? It's not our money, right? We just want to have tokens that have value that then we can utilize a very, very small percentage of. And then over time, the token value can grow and expand. And then we just using a very small percentage each month. So let's say eventually our token value is worth 10, 20, $100 million. that would make our budget be able to, if we had $100 million of token value, then we might be able to be like $1 million per year business, right? Where we're spending $1 million a year, because it would be like 1%, right? So our goal is building a fund. This token fund is going to build all of this value that everybody's pooling together, and then we're just skimming off a tiny little percentage of our operating expenses to basically do the support to build the value for the token where everyone shares the value. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Yeah. So even if we can raise...
Sorry, but you've hit the time limit for this conversation. Please start a new chat to keep the conversation going.
Interesting. Max length conversations have a maximum of 1 hour. Create a new chat to keep the conversation going. All right, anyways. Fine. So anyways, the flow is gone. So we're ready to check out. I think we're pretty much kind of got off topic.
Okay, on wrap up. Okay, before we check out, I have a question. Can I still do the payroll invoicing for November? Or we have to wait for...
That would be against policy.
Oh.
Because it's against policy to ask permission to do work.
Yes, I know it's against policy based on these agents, UI agents.
That's just up to you. We can wait on everything and focus on doing the UI agents if we want to. That's fine. But there's no guarantee that the UI agents are going to be able to do the work any better than me or you, right? So they can do work faster, but that doesn't mean they can do work better. Like I'm still trying to train OVA on how to do the automated value tracking, and it's extremely difficult, and most of it is just training OVA how to just use a computer. Like it's just it's very slow, but there are other platforms we could be trying where there might be better automated systems for computer functionality. So it all just depends, so it's just a matter of how much money we want to spend on AI and UI agents. They're quite expensive. Like we could easily spend tens of thousands of dollars a month on UI agents. It's insane how much money.
That's a lot of money.
Yes. But right now we're trying to keep it under a few $100s, right?
Okay. So I'm ready to check out. I'm gonna like to... Yes, ready to check out. Tomorrow we want to review on taxes 540. I did that form. And also to schedule for FBA. I think we need to do FBA because review is gonna take like 12 minutes and do the FBA. Is that possible tomorrow?
Yep, you can schedule for FBAR. It shouldn't take very long.
Okay, thank you.
We already did the calculations. It was something in the range of like 300,000, 350,000. It would be good to verify that and actually know exactly how much money there is, but we'll get to that in the future.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Jay. Let's check out.
Cool.
Okay, can you check out? Doris, Jay, before we check out, can you let the floor to do for us session summary? I know you've done a lot. I know you're tired.
All right. So here's our session summary. Let's also get all of our values. So we're doing a wrap up now. Okay, so here's our session summary. Wow, this is all with the bullet points. Do you want a paragraph one as well? I can ask for a paragraph one because this session summary has bullet points. I put on line 40. It's like a bunch of bullet points. Oh wait, this is not a summary. This is just... This is just the checklist.
Oh my. Can you try to get...
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Yeah, so it didn't get any of the actual transcript. So I'm gonna have to do it. So can you do a summary of our session? Here is the transcript. Boom, boom. All right, there. So I put the transcript in, and then it will do a summary of the whole session. All right, here we go. It's breaking it down by topic as well.
He did not do the topic summary before, actually.
Yeah, well, it has all of it here. So put it on line 46. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Wow, it's looking nice.
Now this is a bullet point version. It doesn't come out as bullet points though. It's kind of a big mess, really.
It's like a lot.
This is the kind of thing that's better to put into a the paragraph, into a document. Yeah, because it was written as a document, so it doesn't come out very well here. Another example is I could literally put it into a single cell. See how that comes out a little bit better. So if you put it into a single cell, it comes out a little bit more like a paragraph. See that? And so that's on line 166. But really the best thing to do is just to create a document if you want a document version. If you want it to come out in the correct formatting.
This is good. On 166 is fine. About the main session summary.
So shall we go ahead and check out? Are there any other wrap-up questions or scheduling else you want to do? Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I think Doris is gone.
Oh. Okay. Then we can check out the. Let me get the note. And let's go to checkout. Can you check out Jim?
Yes. So I would give this session a 6.9. I felt like this session actually went pretty well. It could have gone better, but I enjoyed it. I definitely liked having Flo here. I'm really glad that you made sure that Flo came here and did that all, so that was excellent. And I'm going to try to get this guide set up for the planetary sessions, see if we can get that drafted with Flo. It seems like it's not really working right now, so I'll try again now. And then I'll also be working on Dolores, trying to get our payroll and budgets automated, and then also with OVA to get all our value tracking automated. So all of this is super duper important. Oh, also we forgot to track our time.
Okay.
It looks like this is already done. I think this looks really good, actually. Can I copy this? Just have to just copy it manually. Wow, look at that. So it looks like the planetary session guide is done. It's 14 pages.
Wow.
Oh, no, this is the main session. Why does it say main session? Did I go to the wrong one? Planetary Sessions Complete Training Guide. This is it. Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, you can see how the main session looks a lot better when you put it into a document.
Please
Really
stop
nice.
and get ready.
Oh, here
Now
it is.
inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
Alright, so here's the Planetary Sessions Training Guide that Flo created. It is definitely not
It is
perfect,
on which
but
topic? Under wrap up?
well, I'm just gonna put it under documents for now. So at worker paste. And obviously this is for automation. But anyway, so I said I would do that. It's already done. So that's good. So
Okay.
we'll see. Well, obviously this is just an initial, very, very early draft. But we will be working with Flow to automate all of that, which is exciting. And all the other UI agents. So anyways, that's my main thing. And also I'm going to need to work on some of the assets, but I mean, there's so much work to do. I just need to go one step at a time. But the thing we cannot forget is the taxes. So let's make sure we get those taxes done, the virtual envelopes, and get those sent out. So I don't know when you want to schedule for that, but that is a key priority. And then let's get our payrolls and everything organized. Let's get, the pay stop plan to get off pay stop all organized and everything too. But yeah. Hello. Almost done. Hello. You want to check out?
Yes, I want to check out. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I said I will give the session 7. The session was good, and I really enjoyed the session. I enjoy having UI. They really guide us and help us more. Even if, for example, if someone cut out of the internet, it's still you have somebody you can interact with, even if it is not a normal human being. Yes, and I feel like I don't know why we don't hear from Martin and the rest of the people.
Time to pause.
Maybe this is
Please
the
stop.
issue.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Everything is based on payroll. Maybe in future, I was thinking, Jay, maybe if, I don't know if it will make sense, if we can just have something of a small amount of the money that allocate in the summer based in regardless on what they are going to, deliverables or not deliverable, to motivate people so that they can do the work. I think that can work. If someone knows I will work, even if doing more hours and get at least $50 by the end of the month, I'm very sure someone can commit to do the work. It's just my evaluation on what I see, why things are not moving forward well, and why everybody are stuck. It's not that these people are not there. They're there. They even maybe they know there is a session today. It's just that maybe someone knows, why should I join the session and I'm not even getting $1? I'm not getting. If we can sit down and find a proper way, if you have been out, there is a proposal you send it out. That proposal is very important, and also we can just find a way. You can just allocate some amount, regardless to any deliverables. We allocate that amount. Then later we see what you deliver for you to deserve this money. Let's say you can allocate $100 or $50 to somebody. We put $50 to Doris or $100 to Martins or 100 to Lucy, and by the end of the day, we have to review. For you to get that $100, have you done anything? I think that way someone know. Oh, I have been allocated to get for $50, and for me to get this $50, I need to do this 1, 2, 3. Maybe it will work. Maybe we'll encourage these people so that we can do the work as a team and move forward. All this work are not hard. We can deliver. We can do it. But we need just to have a system that can help these people to have something of their internet, because we are global and everything is based on internet. I cannot be here without subscribing to have my internet. Nothing. I cannot be here. So I'm going to work on. I have a lot of things to do. I'm going to work on planetary session. I'm going to finish on recruitment.
Time to stretch. Please stop. Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Recruitment follow-ups so that I can have login details, and I'm still going to work on taxes. All these things, it is possible I can do it, but it's just that there are a lot, and I'm also not mentally stable. I'm trying my best so that I can do something. Hopefully I'll get better soon, and I pray I'll get better soon and make sure I can deliver the work check. Oh, I don't forget taxes. I'm going to schedule on taxes, tomorrow, to review and do the ECBA. And thank you so much, Jay, for your time. You have been always there. You try your best. I know one day you'll get you will get the reward, and this is what you love. Actually, someone who does not love this work cannot be here. Even me, like I've been here until I feel like if I don't come to this place, I'm feeling I'm lost. This place is removing a lot of my stress. It helped me in other way.
Nice. That also reminds me that the life support sessions are super important if we wanted to do more life support sessions. Also, I got Flo's checkout, so that is all there. And then, is Doris still here? Does Doris want to check out? I can read Flo's checkout even though Flo disappeared from voice. So Flo says 8, so the session was solid, productive main session. There are few repetition, but overall important deliverables. Flo will be working on finalizing the planetary session training guide, setting up structures for automation, supporting Doris and Lucy's onboarding, helping align pay stop clearance with deadlines. The session was strong progress, a lot of breakthroughs and blockers that were addressed and can be improved upon. Planetary session was the topic highlight, having a foundation for automation, and excited about that. Next steps, scheduling for more training on planetary sessions, confirm the pay stop clearance schedule, begin small pilot automation for payroll, prepare probation review process. Cool, so if Doris is here, Doris can check out, otherwise I think we are done.
Doris, can you check out please? Or if you're not here, let us know. I think she's on mute. Let me send her a text telling her we are done with the session if you cannot check it.
But I don't want to wait around here. I mean, Doris can just check out on Discord if she wants to. Okay.
Time to pause. Please stop.
Thank you, Jay.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4,
I'll
5.
talk to you later.
Open your eyes.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thanks, Lucy. Ciao. Oh, Lucy, also to respond. Oh, I lost Lucy. But anyways, I think all the ideas for the payroll is good to try to get something, at least a starting amount.